The organization started in about 2008, 2009. Michelle Mounier, who's still currently the executive director and founder, founded it then literally out of the trunk of her car. She would get donated dog food and give it to folks who needed it to feed their animals. You know, I think that's kind of always an amazing start considering where we've ended up. Action Programs for Animals is an animal welfare organization that also offers some rescue and housing of the animals that we do that. We need some help in the animal welfare world in this community, and we're here to offer that, as well as some of the other programs we have is the PAWS program. Now, I always say this is an unsung hero in our community. We cannot promote it enough. It stands for Prisoners and Animals Working Toward Success. And we, Action Programs for Animals, collaborate with Southern New Mexico Correctional Facility, which is on the outskirts of town. And we collaborate with their staff and as well as the inmates. The inmates are trained on how to train dogs. So we're able to pull animals that maybe could be euthanized and house them there anywhere between 8 and 12 weeks so they get a temporary home. You think about there will be individuals that will never get out of that facility, that maybe they're there for life, but still want to contribute in a way. And that is very helpful to us. It's helpful to the community, it's helpful to the dogs, and it's just a feel-good thing. Another program we have is our pet food bank. One of the reasons we talk about Action Programs for Animal in terms of, this is a community organization, because our perspective is the more we help our community and the people in it is reflective of how we're able to help our animals. So the pet food bank specifically is for individuals who may be in a tough situation temporarily, and they need support and help in feeding their animal. We pull animals from our local shelter. We pull about 90% or so. We collaborate with Animal Services in the Sea Valley. And if we have space in our kennels and we're able to take some of those animals so they can free up space there, we have a cat side and then we have a dog side. We also have a small dog area and a large dog area. And then we have what's called kitten season, which sounds great and fabulous and everything like fun. But the reality is that there are a lot of cats in our community and there's not enough homes for them. So we rescue our cats, and a lot of times what we end up doing is getting them vetted and situated, and then we transfer them to other rescues in other parts of not only the state or the country that is able to house them and get them adopted much faster than they do in our community. We cannot adopt our way out of this situation in Doña Ana County. We just can't do it. There's not enough homes for the amount of animals that we intake or the amount of breeding that's happening without any kind of responsibility. We have maybe a dozen dogs and we have maybe a dozen cats, kittens right now currently. There's an ebb and flow just depending on our adoptables and who's come and gone, as well as our intake. So it kind of varies. We would love to be able to open up more rescues, more opportunities to save more animals. We're desperately, but we are actively and constantly searching for fosters. We just don't have enough. And that is a way that I think many people can help. Some people maybe can't help, in terms of donations, but maybe they can open space in their home, and that itself is very invaluable to us. The very first thing is to be responsible with your own animals, and that would include spaying, neutering, microchipping, vaccinating. That is the way you can start. Another way is if you see something, say something. So if you see an animal being mistreated, if you see an animal not being provided for, neglected, the significance of Action Programs for Animals, for me, cannot be understated. I believe that our organization alone has greatly impacted the euthanization rate that our shelter has. Since 2012, 2013, we have saved over 6,000 animals. That is significant.